Get your CME tickets today at masculineexcellence.com.
My introduction will be brief because this isn't about me. It's about us. But you should sort of know who it is that's standing before you. My name is Zachary Small. I'm a man. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I founded thefamilyalpha.com, focused on masculinity, marriage, and fatherhood, putting the message out. I co-founded the Fraternity of Excellence, a private men's group focused on getting the men to get the best from themselves. I started a clothing line because I was tired of seeing companies, global companies, pushing these messages I didn't agree with. I didn't care about the Nike, I didn't care about the politics. I wanted to see a company, I wanted somebody to talk about family. Strong moms and strong dads, not dad bods and wino moms. Strong kids, strong individuals. I went out and I created these things because I wanted to be the change. I'm here because I want to help you be the change. So that's me. And now we're going to talk a little bit about you and my expectation for you. Because you're here, you spent the money, you spent the time, but this isn't a fucking vacation. You're here to do work. You're here to invest in yourself. And if you went to a financial planning thing, you wouldn't go just to learn the finances. You would go to learn the finances to take and to apply what it is you learned. Now, if you were to go to another event and you're talking about fitness and you watched a lot of great content, a lot of great motivated speakers talking about fitness, but then you went home and you did nothing with it, what did you do but waste your time? What did you do but waste their time? I'm here to help you. But if you don't do anything with what it is I'm offering, you wasted my fucking time. I could be with my wife right now. I could be with my kids. I could be hanging out with my FOE brothers. I'm here for you. Do not waste my time. When all these speakers come up here, you're going to have the privilege of going out and interacting with them. Why would you ever leave here not asking a question you needed to ask? Why would you allow that opportunity to get one-on-one access to slip through your hands? This is a gift. This is an opportunity. You spent time, you spent money to be here. Capitalize on that and take more value than you spent. Get the one-on-one. Ask the questions. Don't spend the whole time out gambling and drinking and then you're too hungover to miss the first speech, which is obviously the best speech. Make sure that you go out there. Make sure you go out there and you invest in you. Now is not the time to get crazy. Now is the time to focus. Now is the time to do some actual work and to change your life. Now is the chance for you to say, I did it. I went, and that was the critical point. That was the turning point in my life. You know, I've been to Vegas twice. The first time was when I went here to do the promo videos for this. This is the second time. You know what I've noticed? Both of those times I've seen two things. One, there's not that many people here. You know, people are still pulled back. They're still a little hesitant to fully commit to what's going on with the world opening back up. I don't want that for you. Now is not the time to be reserved. You've been too reserved for too long. Now is the time to actually go all in on who you are as a man. And when I say as a man, I mean as a man with a capital M. You are a man. Now is the time to embrace that and to fully actualize that. Mentally, physically, spiritually. The second thing is I see a lot of people taking their change and putting it into a machine instead of making a change in their life. They're taking those coins, they're taking those bills, they're putting it into the machine, and they're like, man, maybe this dollar will be the one that changes my life. Maybe this quarter, maybe that will bring me happiness. Maybe you could do it yourself. Maybe instead of relying on all these things and trying to win the lotto, and once you win the lotto, that's when you'll make it. Or if you hit the jackpot, that's when you'll make it. Maybe you hit black or red, and that's when you make it. How about you wake up and decide today's the day I make it because today is the day I decide to go all in on me. I fucking hate wasted potential. I hate when I see people and the next year I see them, they're the exact same. Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you keep saying I want more? It's acta non verba. That's the slogan of my brand and that's the slogan of my life. Deeds, not words. It's awesome to say I want to be a great father. Well, then why are you absent in your child's life and always hitting them and always trying to, they're burdens. I want a great sex-filled marriage. Then why are you fat? Why are you unmotivated? Why do you have no hobbies? Stop saying you want things and go earn them. And if you're not going to do the work to earn them, then stop saying you want them because you don't. It's too hard to get them. Do not be the person who is sitting at that machine. This will make me happy. This little coin I put in there. You know what will make you happy? Finally finding some peace within here and up here. Finally working on you and actualizing who it is you want to be, what it is you want to do, finding peace with who you are as a man, and making you your best version of yourself. There's nobody else coming here that can do this for you. I can throw you ropes. That's what I call this. What I'm doing right now is I'm throwing you a rope. You're in a hole, you want to climb out, you want to improve in a certain area of your life. I can help you do that. I'm throwing you a rope right now. The speech I'm giving you right now will change your life if you take it and apply it. If you grab that rope and climb. I'm talking to every single one of you. If you're nodding, if you're falling asleep, you're missing the opportunity. If you're late, if you're going to spend all your time in the bathrooms and that's going to keep you from coming here, or you wanted to make sure you ran to get some fucking food before the next speech, plan ahead. Get everything from this. You're going to miss a rope. What a shame that would be if you heard a speech that could change your life and you did nothing with it. And I know this speech will change your life because this speech is setting up all these other speeches. This isn't about me. I said that from the beginning. It's about us. I'm giving you the tools right now to make the absolute most of this event. Being able to go first in this and to kick it off for the Conference of Masculine Excellence, being able to be the first one to speak on this stage about these topics, it gives me the opportunity to prime all these other men coming in here and to ensure I help my fellow speakers up by making sure you're doing your job. You need to listen. You need to take notes. You need to look at what they're saying and apply it to your situation. We might not always overlap. I'm a family man. I'm the family alpha. Not to be confused with family guy. I'm no fucking Peter Griffin. I'm focused. I have my goals. I have my mission. I want to help you guys develop that on your own. But some of you are like, well, I'm not married. I'm never going to get married. I'll never have kids. Then keep listening and find the little nuggets, like George was saying, that you can take from this. Because it might not be about family. Apply it to your situation. How can you find some peace within? How can you find some authenticity within who you are? And instead of living the person that you think YouTube wants you to be, or being the person you think your friends and family want you to be, why don't you create the man that you should be, and you know you can be, and the man you should have been the whole time? Be who you are, be the best version of who you are, and work with your fellow men. Whether they're married, they're divorced, they're playboys, it doesn't matter what they're doing. They're men. There's so much overlap, like Donovan said at the beginning. What a shame it would be for you to judge a man on his relationship status, as opposed to the merit of his character. It's not about marriage, it's not about Playboy, it's not about MGTOW, it's not about whatever fucking color pill. It's about you getting information to make your life exactly what you want it to be. It's about you actually improving and applying and learning and listening and going forward and networking and becoming a fucking savage in every aspect of your life. If you're fat, get fit. If you're dumb, start reading books. If you're soul, if you're having this internal struggle, share. Share with men who are focused. Start trying to aligning all of that. There's a conflict always going on, the duality. Well, I want this, but I'm this. Bring them together. You can do that. You're here for a reason, though. You made the investment in you. I was just speaking with the gentleman. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to literally change your entire life. What a shame it would be to be wasted. Now, all of that was to set the stage for this. I appreciate you being here. I really dig the fact that we were able to get this thing going. It's an amazing lineup of speakers. Take advantage of all that. Now, again, as a man, I talk a lot about family. I talk a lot about what it is to be a husband, what it is to be a father, what it is to use PowerPoint. Look, we spoke about this being the Conference for Masculine Excellence. I run the Fraternity of Excellence. I know a lot about excellence, and I know that excellence is different to each man. Your goals are yours. You need to be intentional with what it is you're doing in that role. If you want to be this, let's work together to get you to this. When you look up here, you see these frames. Right now, all of you are in my frame. And in my frame, men can make a change and they can make lasting change. You're in my reality right now because I have your attention. You're listening. But understand this, I'm on the stage because I've done a lot of work, I put out a lot of great content, and Donovan recognized that. But this is about us. This is a round table of kings. There is no fucking hierarchy here. I'm learning from you as much as you're learning from me. I just happen to have a fucking microphone on me right now. That's the only difference. You're all putting in the reps. You're here, which means you have fucking balls. It means you're here because I want to be a better man, but I don't want to just say it. I want to put my money on the line, my time on the line. You had to take vacations. You had to show up here. You've got to keep yourself, focused and aligned and on schedule. You've got to do all these things. You're here. You have this opportunity. Keep that at the forefront of your mind during all of these speeches. And again, in my reality and in my frame, this is what men do. You take ownership. What your past was, healing from past, what your future is, where you guys are going with the businesses you're building, the things that you're doing, it's fucking beautiful, but it all starts with what you're doing in the present. In the present, you can heal from the past. In the present, you can build the future. So many people have so many excuses as to why they can't. Why not start saying, can? Instead of saying, why me? Why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to face that? Why not you? Who else should that burden fall to? Why should somebody else have to go through that so you can have the easy path? All of us have a story. All of us have, that one moment where we're like, oh, that's the reason. I want to keep falling back on that. I've got 1,000 excuses I could use to prevent me from doing the things that I do, and I choose not to. And that's an intentional choice. Just like when you look up here, every single one of those photos was intentionally selected for this. You're seeing myself and my wife and my kids. Very personal, but I'm letting you inside that world of mine. You see my son, my daughter, on their own, my wife, my group of brothers, the fraternity. You're seeing inside my world, and I'm letting you here because I want you to see you build this on your own. What do the frames inside your mind look like? Is it filled with trauma and chaos and excuses, or is it filled with love, connection, and unity? Now, a lot of you are here like, oh, I'm just here to learn, I want to pick up girls. I have a hard time with women. Nice. Do you not think, I've been with my lady since 2003. Sex is great. Relationship is great. A lot of laughs, a lot of love. I know a lot about sex. I know a lot about women. I know a lot about how to maintain that in a long-term relationship. Just because I'm single and it's not multiple women, maybe you can learn something from that angle. From working the 9 to 5 to putting myself in a position where I spoke about family on the Red Pill subreddit. That was fun. Everybody's like, going one way, and I'm like, nah, let's go over there. What about all the dads? What about all the husbands? When I came up with the Family Alpha, I was like, nobody's talking about us. I understand there are a lot of single men, there are a lot of divorced men, there's a lot going on when it comes to divorce, there's a lot going on when it comes to raising children in a world that is filled with chaos and all sorts of shit. But as my friend Anthony Migliorino loves to bring up, just because the world on the outside is dark, you can keep the light within your home. You are that boundary, you are the walls. And inside that home, there is connection, there's unity, there's peace. You decide that. Oh, divorce rape. Oh, the women. Oh, they're all about each other. They're women. Why is that such a focal point of your life? Why are you so fucking confused that they're acting like women and they do things that are important for them? Just like you do things that are important for you. Why should they not have that same right? That's what trips me out about a lot of those conversations. You're doing something right now to make the best of you. They're doing things to make the best for them. Let's bring some harmony there. You talk about nagging wives. You talk about dead bedrooms, these dad bods. My friend Phil Foster is helping me turn, I was in a rough spot. I started working with him. I said, I want to really invest in this. I really want to just start turning things around. I got you. That doesn't happen. I don't start losing weight and locking myself in if I don't have that conversation and say, I'm struggling, I need help. You see, in my world, it's not about, oh, you get married, then you get fat, then you get lazy, then you lose dreams, then you lose ambitions, then you lose your friends, then you lose your life. I'm not going to die before I enter my grave. I'm going to crash and burn into that motherfucker, leaving a beautiful corpse behind. Today, 3, it's my lucky number. My wife, my son, my daughter. It's just my lucky number. I love things in 3s. Today, I'm 333 days sober. It was a decision. Thank you. But the point is, it was a decision where I realized something has to change. And I think it is so beautifully poetic and fitting for that day to fall on this day, where I was able to come up here and have the privilege and the honor to speak to you men. I do not take this lightly. Being able to have your attention for this limited amount of time, that's your most beautiful asset. You're not getting these minutes back. What a fucking shame it would be for me to waste your time. That drives me, that fuels me. There's even maybe a fear to that. It's like, I have this little window to talk to these guys. I really need to drive that home. I really need to hit the right points. And that's why I'm here, and that's what fuels me. I want my fellow men to win. But I've got to embody that myself. So who am I to say, I want you to be better if I'm not going to make myself the best version I can be? So the booze had to go. The fat had to go. The stress had to go. Anything going on, that had to go. So I had to strip it down in front of everybody. I did this publicly because I wanted it to be seen. If you break it down, you can build it up. We say life is short because literally you cannot see tomorrow. That's a possibility. But life is also really fucking long. It's a long time. I'm 34 years old. For another 34 years, I double my life. What am I going to do then? My goals are so high, it scares the shit out of me. And honestly, if your goals don't scare you, they're not high enough. I'm somewhat terrified, but at the same time, I'm like, man, that's so exciting. That's what fuels me. That's what life is about, being uncomfortable. And how many people are so afraid to be uncomfortable? You've got to find comfort in the discomfort. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's sad. It's painful. You got to look your friend in the eyes and say, man, I slipped. I messed up. Like, fuck. I spent the money I shouldn't have spent. I ate the food I shouldn't have eaten. I drank the booze I shouldn't have drank. Whatever it is for you, that fucking sucks. But when you own it and you talk to that person, there's a bond there. Hey, man, now it's out of your soul and into the world. And when you can take it from inside you and you can look at it, you can fucking kill it. When you can see the enemy, you can destroy the enemy. So you've got to find that connection. And again, that goes back to the frame of a family man. I'm intentional with this. All of it. I didn't allow myself to have my network pulled from me. I didn't allow myself to just lose sight of goals. I kept that network strong. My relationship with my wife, we're still dating. Like I said, together since 2003. It's 2021, and still I'm fucking with her. And it's a great relationship we have going there. That's fun. That's a very long-term thing. It's not easy, but it's worth it. We talk about the world and how it is difficult. There are a lot of things going on right now. But I have a son who's 11 years old, a daughter who is 8. They're thriving. The relationship I have with these two, watching, the pure masculine, feminine, the boy, the girl, they're so different and unique, and I can't help but see inspiration. I can't help but see fuel. I can't help but see motivation to continue to try to make this world better for them. I want to win, absolutely, but I'm not going to win at the expense of my family. I'm going to win with them. I'm going to win, and it's going to be like the tide. My friends are coming with me, and every man in this fucking room is coming with me, to include the ladies. We're winning together. All these boats are going to go up because that's how I operate, and that's how I'm running my family. So when you see all these people telling you all these reasons why you should stay down, they want you to stay down. Especially, we talk a lot about the crabs in the buckets. People want you to do well. They don't ever want you to do better than themselves. Because once you start to surpass them, they're like, hey, get back here. You got to try. I wanted you to lose some weight, but not all the weight. No. You've got to win. You want friends who cheer for you when you pass them. You want men in your life, you want individuals in your life who, when you do better than themselves, not only do they clap for you, they come to you, they swallow their pride, and they say, hey, can you show me how you did that? There are a lot of men in here, I'm willing to assume, have a really hard time with that. Sharing the weakness, sharing the pains, sharing the failures. It's a difficult thing to do. But when you do it the first time, and again, this speech could be that door that's opening, and you're like, fuck it, finally. Hey, I'm addicted to crack. Shout out to Ed Lattimore. Whatever it is you're going through, whatever it is you're struggling with, you open up, you let it out, and you start healing. I spoke to a man last night. He immediately was like, hey, here's where I'm at, here's why I'm here. All right, dude, now that you told me, let's get to work. Let's do what it is we have to do to get you to where you want to go. Men want to help men. This is the conference for masculine excellence, so we're all looking to help each other achieve excellence. And that only works when we network together and we can rely on each other, because life isn't always excellent. Sometimes it's very hard, and sometimes you will slip. When you slip, you fall to that network, and they help keep you from falling all the way back to square one. Make it to 7, maybe you slip back to 5, then you go up to 8. But if you have no one there to catch you, there's nothing to stop you from smashing on the rocks. There's nothing that's going to prevent you from going all the way to who you were because you didn't have that rope. Nothing to grab you while you were sliding down. And how unfortunate would that be? Now I have to ask, as we're going through, and as you're looking back and like, all right, this dude just spoke to me. He had all these like motivational points, he's yelling. You're presented with an opportunity. You're presented with the opportunity of chance or choice. You can take a chance on yourself. You can say maybe. Or you can make a choice. I'm going to be different. I'm going to be the man who's going to change things. More importantly than all of that, I'm going to make the choice to take the chance. I'm not going to leave it up to chance. I'm making the choice. It's time to go. It's time to do the work. And I'll leave you with this. Instead of being the individual who's walking around there hoping for change, instead of being the person who's sitting there and thinking, I could put this little thing in there, it'll change my life, instead of going out and throwing the fucking dice on the table and hoping for it, why don't you throw yourself in the fucking arena of life and do some work? Thank you.
Get your CME tickets today at masculineexcellence.com.